We're going to start that over. Hold up. Man. Oh, we're back. I can see that my sound is working now. And I ops checked everything right before we start. So let's start this thing over. I spent the whole minute and a half talking to the air. I appreciate y'all that came on. If nobody was watching, I would have likely done this entire stream with no damn sound the entire time. All right, let's start this over. What's up? What's good? What is happening? It is King Smith on a Tuesday, June 21st, for the Keystone 18 Kings Fans Corner Championship Game Review. That's the proper intro. Oh my goodness. All right. We're streaming across multiple platforms here. If you're watching this on the G for 360 page, hit that like button. Help me out over there. If you're watching this on YouTube as well, hit the like button, especially over on YouTube. All right. Even if you're not watching this on YouTube now, when this gets done, go over to YouTube and hit that like button. All right. Man, I can't. Yeah. All right. We struggle streaming at the beginning, but here's what we have today. I'm going to go over some things that I had on my head, this big ass giant dome of mine that occurred during Keystone Bowl 18. And at the end of it, I got to about a 3 to 4 minute highlight that I put together. It took me kind of all day to make. All right. So I appreciate any love and support that anybody want to put out there, good and feedback alike. Shout out to everybody that joined early. Coach Thor Malo, he is in the building. All right. Let's get some things out the way early and we'll get this train rolling. First of all, before we talk about anything, I want to give a special thank you to the 2022 League President, James Simerson. First of all, the location of the venue for the championship game, fantastico. All right. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but we're going to go with it. Okay. The championship venue was amazing. All right. And people showed up. People showed up from both teams. Okay. You had folks in the stadiums and people came to show their support for both the Comanche and the Vikings. Okay. Y'all's league president helped with that. Along with the coordination with HSG Network, those guys, the two play-by-play announcer and the producer Howard, who I also have to thank for sending me the clips. It made putting together the highlight that I have at the end of this stream a whole lot easier. All right. And James also does a lot of various things behind the scene. Okay. James, I also have a message for you as well, brother. First of all, thank you for allowing me to do this. Y'all don't know, but I have no affiliation really with GFA or any team in this league. I just mentioned that I wanted to try to do something like this for this season. And James trusted me and said, cool. Didn't give me any, gruff, headache, or hassle for getting it set up. I just told him what I needed and he gave it to me. So shout out to James, the league president, for what I would view as a successful 2022 season. All right. Let's see. Second thing that I'd like to cover as well before I get into some other stuff. The All-Star game. There's an All-Star game and skills competition that's coming up this coming Saturday at Coons Park in Lingelstown, Pennsylvania at 2 p.m. That's all I know about that. If you want any additional information, I'm pretty sure that they're going to put it up on the G-Foot 360 page. So I would suggest going there for that. All right. Let's get into the main topic, the meat of what we're going to be talking about today. First of all, if you've been following my videos or the league page in general, everybody should know that the game between the Comanche and the Vikings resulted in one of the teams getting their first championship. And coming out of that was Coach Stormalo, who is viewing now live, and the Moshannon Valley Vikings. So I'd like to give them, their fans as well, who I had a chance to hang out with, and their team a round of applause. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give them a round of applause. Now let's talk about this game and some of these stats. But before I get into that, look at this. All right. Help me if I'm wrong. But there was some talk when I was upstairs with Coach T, Coach V, and James about the play clock. And I think that there's some confusion going on. So I went to try to see if I could find you guys' rules or bylaws to understand what the play clock is. And when I'm reading this, it says that the 25-second ready for play is indeed 25 seconds, not 40. Because I was going to give Coach Marlowe some gruff about the end and kind of their play calling that had occurred in the fourth quarter. But I was operating under the assumption, because of what everybody else said, that it was a 40-second play clock. No, it is a 25-second ready for play clock. So a lot of what I had assumed that the Vikings screwed up on, they actually indeed did not screw up. So shout out to me for finding this. But I could be operating on the wrong rules, but I got this from the G4 360 webpage. So assuming that this is correct, it is 25 seconds. If I'm saying this because other people said 40, I'm pretty sure that there is some confusion around as well. So I wanted to highlight that real quick. All right. Second of all, let's talk about these stats. Everybody can see with their own two eyeballs that there was 20 and 18 point score. So what's that? 38? I can't do quick math. Yeah, 38. Good night. Hey, I went to high school in Alabama. And in the second half, only 6 total points scored. A couple of things that I would like to highlight from this is the game was almost equal when it comes to total first downs, net yards, total plays ran, and fumbles and fumbles lost. All right. If somebody put the rock on the ground, chances are they're losing the ball. But the part that stood out that I like to highlight, the Comanche didn't convert a single third down, according to this stat sheet. All right. According to this stat sheet, 0 third down conversions. Hats off to the Vikings for not only pitching what we can say was a second half shutout, but to finish a game with 0 third down conversions, that's a pretty big deal. All right. And each team both had an interception apiece. Brent Beckley asked a question. Let me see if I can look at this question. So with the confusion of the play clock rules with the refs as well, that doesn't hold any bearing on unofficial calls. Interesting question. I don't have a comment on that. Your boy's just a fan. All right, but I did want to see if I could find that rule. What else stood out to me? Oh, taking a look at the passing. All right. Davis came out 9 of 22. Okay. 3 touchdowns. So you can say that was efficient. 1 interception and sacked 5 times. In my opinion, he took way too many sacks. And that boy Dieter from the Comanche, he balled his behind out. Have to give him props. All right. Dieter played a really good game down there at the defensive line. Johnson, man, London, bro. You are a talented guy, man. You know what? Assistant. Zoom in on me. London Johnson, you went 5 for 28, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You also ran the ball really well when you needed to. I'm telling you right now, you're a young, talented quarterback. Get yourself and get that team right. People should have to watch out for the Comanche in the next upcoming seasons, assuming you still play for the Comanche. All right? So don't let that stat line bring you down, brother. I'm telling you right now, the eyeball test looked really good. That Vikings defense also just looked really good as well. Let's see. Another comment. Joshua said, best defensive tackle in the league. Hey, man, it's hard to argue against that. All right. But everybody that played there down on that line was B2. Really both sides of the ball. When you watch the whole game, that was obvious. All right. There's nothing to really stand out on the receiving side, except for one long play, which is going to be in the highlight tape as well. And the other part. Let's see, there was something else that I wanted to highlight here. Yeah, just the play by Hoy and Werner. Werner, it only shows 5 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss. All right. But when you're watching the film, the guy was in the backfield almost every single time. Okay. Hoy just seemed to be everywhere. Wherever the ball was at, that's where Hoy was at. Point blank, period. All right. And when you look at the other side of the ball, kind of the same thing. Holton and Dieter, wherever the ball was at, that's where they was at. All right. Flying all over the place. Oh, one other thing I want to cover on the offensive side was Malik. 1 catch for 3 yards. Was it lockdown? Was it the fact that there was only 9 completions thrown? I don't know. You tell me. But my boy Johnson, he saw 9 targets, didn't catch a single one. That is something that I know is going to sit on him. You could tell that that boy has a fiery, competitive nature about him. And I would say to everybody in the league, watch out. Watch out for number 15, Speedy Johnson, going into the next season. All right. What else did we have? What else did I have to point out that I want to get into before we got into these highlights? Nothing. Actually, that was it. Okay. Assistant, zoom back in on me. Big shout out to everybody that's watching this live. I came on late last minute because I wasn't necessarily sure if I wanted to wait until the end of the week to do this or go ahead and get it out today. But I decided, you know what? It's done. Let's get it going. Zach Hoy said, my teammates create openings for me every single game, and he appreciate them. Zeke came out and said both quarterbacks were trash during the championship game. Zeke Williams, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that the quarterback play from both teams was trash? Or was it really 2 good defenses that played extremely well that caused the quarterbacks to not look good? It's hard for me to say. I think I could flip a coin and accept either one of those answers. That's how I feel about that. Do we have any other comments about the championship game before I go into the highlights? I'm going to give this a potato or two to see. Todd Dobo said, with the way that both D-lines were coming, a screen would have been a killer. That's what I said. And I think Vinny also said it as well. He was like, where's the screen at, a couple of times when he was up there in the booth. We all were looking for it. Let's see. Brent Beckley said, I think he wasn't even relevant. Ooh. And terrible route calling in a championship game from Joshua Naylor. But Coach Stormalo says he stands by number 17 and in big capital letters, row the ship. Joshua Neal also comes out and says number 28 from the Comanche played 10 yards off the ball and no one ran anything underneath. Hey, man. Hey, we all saw that. Was kind of curious why. I don't know. Is he that quick? Did nobody want to see that to make that adjustment? We can all quarterback this thing after the fact, you know. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was an enjoyable game. Both teams played their behinds off, and we have one team that emerged as a champion. James Simerson has came back and said 2 relatively unexperienced. Is unexperienced the word? Inexperienced? I don't know which one's right. 2 unexperienced. I'm just going to go with what he wrote. Quarterbacks in their first ship game. Hats off to both QBs. All right. And I'm going to finish up with this one as well. And we are going to close this out with my highlight tape. Britt Beckley said, congrats to the Vikings on the win. We will come back stronger and better next season. Okay, there you have it. All right. Remember, watching this hit that like button wherever you're watching it at. All right. It's supposedly helps on the algorithm. I don't know about all this social media marketing stuff. I just do it and hope people see it. Leo, watch the highlight tape. You're featured in it, man. I wish I could have done play by play as I was doing the highlights, but I'm featuring you for a reason. You know what? Before we get into this, I'm going to talk about the helmet tossing real quick. It's my understanding watching the Monday night video that James host yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. That both players that got tossed for tossing their helmets were not supposed to have gotten ejected. Okay. So operating under the assumption that that's true, both of y'all steal from the Comanche side, the guy who tossed his, and Leo from the Vikings could have cost your team the game, especially you at the end, Leo. It is imperative and important for people to check their emotions on things like that. I don't know why you tossed your helmet. Don't know why you did it at the end. But I did highlight that. And it's going to be evident. Oh, man. Joshua also came out and said that the Vikings showed why their defense was number one, like they said all season. Hey, Chuck said, what is up? What's up to you, Chuck? And then Zeke Williams said, no, they won't. They are trash. Sherry said, Mr. Lee. Hey, Sherry. Shout out to you. I appreciate y'all allow me to sit with y'all during the championship game. I'm only picking on people because I can. But Mr. Lee, you will catch this. You still balled out. I was surprised actually seeing you play offensive line and blocking as well as you did. Okay. Sherry said, hey, cutie. Hey. All right, y'all. That's enough of me sitting over here chatting. The last thing that I'll say, and I will give Coach Marlowe the last word. Zeke said, I promise that they won't be in the chip next season. Okay. Yeah. We got early promises. All right. Hey, this video is still going to be out there. So maybe if somebody does this next season, they can run this video back to see if you were correct. All right. Cody said he made a mistake. It didn't cost us. He is a hell of a teammate. I appreciate that. And Coach Stormalo came out and said, we love number 90. All right, y'all. I'm going to roll this highlight. Once this highlight finishes playing, I'm not coming back on the stream. This has been fun. I don't know if I'm going to do it next season because this season was just kind of it was a fleeting thought or whatnot. But if y'all want me to come back and do this next season, let the league know. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with anybody in the league. No team, not affiliated with GFA whatsoever. But y'all's league president has allowed me to come on and do this media stuff in the only capacity that I know how. And I actually enjoyed doing it. All right. Who can let me hold $5 until I get my taxes? Hey, somebody let me hold 10. I'd appreciate that. All right. Lee said that he loved his teammates and I made a mistake. Look at that accountability. And Sherry and both Anthony Nolan said, come back next season. All right. Okay. If the people like this, I will come back. I'm not really going anywhere. I will be in Maryland for the next couple of years. Let's get this highlight rolling. Y'all have been awesome. Salute.
See what happens here on 1st and 10. They're going to line up on a single receiver on each side. They're going to try and do an extra blocker along the left. Calling numbers here in the shotgun. Let's see what the quarterback does here. As Antoine Davis stands in that shotgun with a back to his right. Low snap, but he takes. Looking a little pressure. Going deep down the sideline, and it is caught, and it's welcome to the end zone. Just like that. at the 6-yard line of the Vikings with a 2nd and 2 coming up.
This is a must drive for the Comanche.
Let's see if they can get the first down. Here's a pitch. There's a hole and there's a goal right there. An easy one. And I'll tell you what, Kyle McCullough really worked his you-know-what off to get them into pay dirt. From the 4, Johnson, a quick snap. He play fakes, gonna go for the end zone, and he'll get it.
Touchdown.
Galenis will lie up standing on his own goal line, and he punts it. Oh, and what a hard hit. And I mean, you talk about a collision. I don't think it's a score. Unfortunately, Tavon Miller tried to catch it. He touched it and took a vicious hit. A 4th and goal from the 3. Trying to take advantage of a big special teams turnover. He's back to pass, looking, rolls right, has the fire, and he's got a touchdown. A beautiful catch by Malik Breon, who enters himself into the red zone. No, it's actually a wildcat play, and it's going to be a little short. Stephon Monroe ends up calling his own number and falls a yard short. To the left, Davis will take a snap, a good one, looking, now the rush coming, firing, pass is caught, and there is Bright.
Maybe out.
Yes, he is. He's in.
He's in.
Woo! Oh, man.
What a play.
What a Bright play indeed. Dane Bright gets the touchdown from 29 yards out. Let's see. On 4th down. Oh, he nearly juggled a snap, and now he's running backward. He's going to go down at about the 21-yard line. I do not understand the call. Well, that was very surprising to see. Now the ball spotted at the 22. 7 seconds left. Time for one play, maybe 2 now. Flag is down. And another flag goes down. Johnson going back for the pass. Now he has time.
He has the top receiver doing a crossing route all the way across the field. He
tackled him in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, definitely interference. Definitely pass interference.
So here it is.
All right, here we go, folks.
For Keystone Bowl 18 in the GEFA Championship. Johnson in the shotgun, takes it, goes back, has time, looks, under a rush, takes a shot in the end zone, too far, it's incomplete, the game is over, and the Moshannon Valley Vikings are GEFA champions for 2022.
Wow.